Donald Trump is absolutely furious, folks, because it turns out that when Ron DeSantis announced his presidential bid, he actually plagiarized a speech from Donald Trump. And Trump was so pissed off that he actually had to issue a press release, like not just a post on Truth Social. He was so mad that he had his campaign send out a press release calling out Ron DeSantis for plagiarizing Donald Trump. Here's what they said in that press release. Amid a catastrophic failure to launch, Ron DeSantis announced his candidacy with, quote, "Great American Comeback," a phrase stolen from President Donald J. Trump's 2020 State of the Union address. Perhaps the DeSantis communication staff was preoccupied attempting to extinguish the flames of their candidate's announcement to come up with their own message. Okay, so he didn't actually plagiarize your speech. He didn't sit up there for, 20 minutes and recite it word for word, claiming it was his own. He used 3 words, "Great American Comeback." But as Trump says in the press release, right, he's the one who came up with that in his 2020 State of the Union. Except he's not. Trump actually got that from Ronald Reagan's 5th State of the Union address. Because Ronald Reagan, according to Talking Points memo, they actually did a LexisNexis search. Reagan was the first person on the national stage to say "Great American Comeback." So Donald Trump is actually mad that Ron DeSantis plagiarized him from the same text that Trump plagiarized Reagan from. And then again, it's still only 3 words, so it's not even technically plagiarizing for any of them to say this. And by the way, as I said, Talking Points memo did the LexisNexis search, what politicians have used the phrase "Great American Comeback." And their search yielded 480, not 480 instances, 480 pages of results of politicians all the way down to the local level to the very top president of the United States using that phrase. Democrats, Republicans, Kevin McCarthy has used it, mayors have used it, Democrats are using it. Pretty much everybody has used the phrase "Great American Comeback." Donald Trump did not coin it. As far as they can tell, Reagan may have coined it. But ever since then, everybody else has used it, and nobody has thrown a hissy fit about other people using it after them until Donald Trump came along. Now, of course, this is just Donald Trump's way of trying to say DeSantis has no new ideas. DeSantis is copying me. He used 3 words that I used that, 1,000 people had used before me, but they don't matter. Only I matter. The whole point of this story is just to remind everybody, as I've reminded you multiple times in just the last week, and I'm going to have to keep doing it, things can always get dumber. And when we're dealing with Republicans, things will always get dumber. And as this Republican primary ticks on, as Chris Christie announces his campaign next week, Mike Pence is announcing his campaign, well, I guess it's this week, things are going to get much, much more dumber. Probably within just the next couple of days, it's going to get so much dumber. So be prepared. Don't be shocked by anything. Because when we're dealing with Trump or DeSantis or anyone on the right, things can and will always be stupider than they were before. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.